Okay, I've just had one of the worst weeks of my life, and today was terrible. Like I was getting like really hammered in V2K on my head, around my stomach. They're also like using like kind of the feeling of like deep vein thrombosis in my hips. Like they're like really resonating. They're direct energy weapons. They're also multiple pop personalities, celebrities, like in V2K, who are like really giving me hell. They, use bets on, against each other to accumulate money, and like accumulate power, to take down people, and God's made it clear to them that I'm unequal, as a prophet, and in intelligence, like as I say in earlier videos, they have created this upper conscious where they think they're going to live forever, but it isn't. It's to do with a cryo sleep, or some sort of sleep status that some of them in that have passed on from this world that they're keeping alive, and they think they're going to live forever, but they're in some sort of bionic state. And like they've done a lot of awful things, like hurting people to acquire money, using sorcery, which is part of this V2K setup. They're being used to silently kill people, like they're trying to do with me. And like these celebrities are just evil, like as I says, that they go from one to another, like having sex in the realm. And like I'm getting multiply raped now, like I woke up this morning with twitches, in my vaginal area, where they're contracting your vaginal area to rape you and stuff like that in V2K. This is the most horrific technology. But I've got quite a strong will. I just think I've died to self anyway, and not the flesh. They're trying to affect my throat. I've died to the flesh part of myself. So, whatever they do to me, I'm going to hold them accountable. And they're just smirking at me now. They're thinking that they're going to win, but God's already pointed out to them that it's like pirate skin for them. Like the more they get wickeder to people, like they consider slaves and stuff like that, the more they're going to have the flesh torn from them, and they're going to have a very torturous death. Like what the kind of torture that they've put us targeted individuals through, they're going to get back in 40-fold. They are truly evil, and I think they're going to go on to doing much worse stuff to me. Like I've got like these celebrities. These are avatars in my brain. I don't know. I think that they are, because God's dropped loads of things and it's making me stutter and make me look like I'm crazy with my words and stuff. So I have to like slow down and doing stuttering. I can't remember now. They've wiped my brain. Anyway, they're going to be made accountable. I'm taking all my CDs up to the local charity shop and getting rid of them. God warned them before that the music is going to mean nothing, if they continue doing this torture. And this includes Tom York, this includes Madonna, this includes Mike Oldfield, this includes Freddie Mercury, which I think is in some sort of cryogenic sleep or something. But he's still active in the helm. There's Adele, David Sylvian, most of the stars, Billie Eilish, Kylie Minogue, all the major stars are in this, and they don't want it to end. Even people that have, died officially, that are being kept awake, like they're all part of this awful place that they want us to get sacrificed so, they can keep living. So I'll just put a statement up today. It's getting pretty awful now, like I feel like I'm gonna fall some days. They're actually restricting me breathing again. So, only Christ can help me, because there's nobody in V2K helping me, and I've got a disabled daughter that I have to look after. They watch me, and restrict my breath and I feel like I've got the weight of 20 men on my back. You know, when I'm cleaning up and they've done stuff with the dog, so like pisses like more extra per day and like messes all over everywhere. You know, like they're picking on my animals and things like that. They interfere with my iPad. You know, like when I was like putting some income and expenses today on the universal credit site, they was like freezing the screen. You know, they just want to like harass you because it makes them laugh. I think it's hilarious, you know, to put a child of God down like that. So no matter how bad it gets, I know God, Christ is with me. And like even when it gets overwhelming, he like pulls me up again, and I will make these people call to justice eventually, because he will put me in a position of authority. He says a queen, so we'll see how long that takes.